Jamie Starr, New World News Network. Check the links below for my other endeavors. On this video, I'm going to get into this. Twitter wants Marvel to give Captain America a boyfriend. And let me just say, I'm going to get into it, and you'll see why I say this, but I think if this is what we're going to do, then let's not stop at a boyfriend. That seems kind of minor. I got a better idea. How about we make Captain America a paraplegic gay Muslim? Like, let's just go for complete overhaul. Besides, I think gay Muslims need to be better represented, and I think it would go over really, really well with the Muslim community. So, following the explosion of hashtag Give Elsa a Girlfriend, which is disgusting, I have to say, I don't think little kid movies like Frozen, anyone should be having girlfriends, boyfriends, or anything like that. Again, these are things that shouldn't be pushed upon little children, because that's who Frozen was marketed to. Little children. Little children should not be concerned with whether Elsa has a girlfriend or not. And I don't think little children are the one pushing that. So it shows you something really warped that's going on here, where the and it has to do with this whole sort of pipeline of being stuck in arrested development as you go from grade school to high school to college, then out into the real world. You know, you see it with Obama wanting people on their parents' insurance till 29. I heard a video recently where they brought this up, and they said they're basically trying to extend college into the rest of your life. And if you see the way characters are portrayed in the media and everything like that, it's so true that this is a society of arrested development where people no longer grow up. It has to do with the millennials, the me generation, the, oh, ew, I would never have kids. I mean, this not wanting to be an adult, this Peter Pan syndrome that's going on. So you see it especially in the fact that parents and children are enjoying the same media. Like, I mean, yes, there's a part of me that enjoys the comic book movies because I grew up with comic books, but it is a little weird that for me to be liking the same stuff that my 7-year-old nephew likes. It's no good for a mother to be listening to Nicki Minaj and Katy Perry, and her fucking 8-year-old daughter's favorite artists are Nicki Minaj and Katy Perry. That's how they are arresting the development. The parent doesn't grow up beyond the fucking bubblegum pop stuff and get into anything that actually has any sort of class or anything like that. So anyway, Twitter user Jess Salerno first tweeted out the hashtag Give Captain America Boyfriend a couple weeks ago, but the past few days it has gained some serious traction on social media site, generating thousands of mentions as fans clamor to get Steve Rogers together with another guy. And this, I've heard, and I completely agree with the term, this is straight appropriation. This is gay people not being creative enough to come up with their own superheroes and trying to appropriate straight culture. And the reasons for it, like most of the reasoning behind LGBT pushes and stuff, is that it sucks that people in the LGBT community don't get the representation. You need to be represented. I'd love to know where this whole came from, that everywhere you look, you need to see someone that's like you. I mean, this is narcissism in its purest form, where it's just, oh, you need to see yourself in everything. Like, it's narcissism. It's so awful that they deserve, and it would be so amazing for something like Captain America to just be sucking cocks on screen. Oh, and Marvel to portray that. Oh. Salerno told the site, adding that the movie would be especially affirming for LGBT youth when taking the cock in their ass, just to let people know it's okay to be who you are. It would do amazing things for the future, for Captain America to just suck dick. I mean, what are they proposing here? This is what I want to know. You know, they make parody porns of everything. Just watch the fucking parody porn. Like, I don't understand why we need to gay up everything. You know, they already in the comic books changed him to being a black guy who's a socialist. They made Iceman gay, and of course they don't want to just incorporate that into the movies. They just want to, oh, we need to see Captain and Bucky make out, because every time I watch it, I feel this weird sexual tension where I reach for my cock, and I mean, this must be the mindset of these people. Like, they can't just let a movie be a movie. They can't let this is the other thing. They can't let the creators create what they want. They want to have their angry mob overrule other people's creations because to fulfill their narcissism of, oh, I'm not represented. Well, let's make them all gay. How about Black Panther? Let's make Black Panther a fucking rainbow wearing fag and see how well that goes over. Oh, I'm sure we couldn't do that. Let's make oh, I don't know, like a handful of the others. I mean, here's the thing. The only person you could push this upon would be a straight white male character, because if they're already in another minority group, then they're going to say, oh, well, we can't do that because he already represents someone, and the only people we can take their representation from is straight white men, obviously. And it's just so ridiculous. Like I said, if we're just doing it strictly on a representation basis, why stop? I want him to be a gay Muslim. I think that'd be great. Why not? I'm sure there's gay Muslims out there, and considering that their religion sentences them to death, I think maybe it'd be really important for them to have the representation that they deserve on the big screen. Here's another article, and it's crazy that people can just fucking do screen caps of a bunch of Twitters and pass it off as professional journalism. I mean, this is why I do what I do without all the editing and everything like that, because so people know I'm just doing lo-fi, low-tech. Here's my fucking opinion. Here's the shit I'm talking about. If you want any more than that, go fuck yourself. So by now, every superhero fan should have seen Captain America Civil War, and if you haven't and you're reading this, it's time heroes are fighting for each other on screen, best in Spider-Man ever. It just goes through this whole shit, and, I mean, you can pull the article up and look through it. It's just a bunch of schmuck bags on Twitter fucking saying all their reasons why because they see this sexual tension between him and Bucky. Boys can't just be boys. Boys can't be friends with boys. They all have to secretly be blowing each other behind the screen, behind the scenes, and everything like that. You know, I saw, and this shit. There's something going on, and it's a amalgamation of different points that bring this forth. But I saw an article that in the UK, where, you know, their progressiveness is far beyond America's, where 7 out of 10 college boys admit that they've cuddled with their mates, and it really just shows that there is a problem with what I would call masculinity shaming. There's a problem with women, obviously, because why can't they just cuddle with a chick? When I was that age, I had several female friends that I could just call up and be like, hey, you want to cuddle? If not more. Why is it that these guys are so comfortable just laying in bed arm in arm with their mates, and this is what they want. It's the bromance thing, and it's like you have the men of society are being baby stepped and kind of led by hand as being like, oh, well, it's okay to cuddle with your mate, and if you feel a little rosy in your trousers, then you can just give it a little pop in your mouth and suck on your mate's cock for a little bit. It doesn't make you gay. And it's just continually going, and now it's going to be like, oh, well, we're just going to take all your heroes and superheroes and make them all gay, so you look up to all the gay people. I mean, it's so funny because the gay agenda, which you can see Mark Dice, of course they had to pull the opposition quotes in here. Let's find those. I mean, you see Twitter's having fun with this shit. And, you know, here's the thing. is like, these people, because they're warped, fucking sex obsessed and gay obsessed, they don't see Captain America Civil War as, oh, well, there's this issue. I was going to cover this in a separate video, and I'll just bring this up now. In my mind, what the Civil War movie is about is an allegory for gun control. Because you see it where the scene where the senator or the statesman is talking to them, and he mentions to Cap, he said, well, do you even know where Hulk or Banner are? And he goes, no, they're off the radar. And he says, well, if I lost, 2 18 megaton nukes, I would be in trouble. So you basically have them equating each of the superheroes to a weapon of mass destruction. And the argument between Tony Stark and Captain America is who should control them. Captain America says the safest hands are our own. We should be able to defend the world and everything like that. We shouldn't have to wait for bureaucracy and councils, because what if we should be somewhere and they won't send us? What if there's something we shouldn't be involved in that they want us to be involved in? We shouldn't have councils and government and bureaucracy wielding us like a weapon, which Tony Stark believes. So it very much can be equated to the gun control debate. You don't want the government having a monopoly on force. You want to be able to defend yourselves and to have the ability to make that judgment for yourself without needing large amounts of bureaucracy and approval. These people don't see that. They see it as, oh, the sexual tension, and oh, with Captain America and Tony Stark, and oh my god, it's so sexy. Why can't they just make out when they're fighting with each other? I mean, it's ridiculous. So, and I've covered this in my video about the comic books and them gaying all them up. There's no gay agenda they've claimed for years. Now they've admitted they want their perversions everywhere. And this is so true, because if you read the Gay Manifesto, which was published in gay magazines and newsletters, it basically says, we're going to take your heroes. We're going to make them gay. We will make it so wherever there are boys in private, they will be being lured into a gay lifestyle. I mean, I recommend anyone pull that shit up and read it, because you're going to look and you're going to be like, oh my god, this is what's going on, and the whole time it's just being sold with this caring, compassion, tolerance, peace, free love, everyone love one another. And you realize that there are people who view this as an attack against society. It's not the people on the defensive. Not at all, because again, there was a manifesto written, there was a battle plan put forth, and it just comes out in this sort of, be tolerant, accepting, love them, and now you're seeing it, that's what's coming out with the pedophilia point, with Salon and everything. So, anyone wants to fucking look into this more, you'll find a fucking whole boatload of morons wanting to sexualize everything, and it's ridiculous. And I agree with Steven Crowder and everyone else. We need to stop this, and I think the way to stop it, though, is to just bring it full force. Make Captain America gay and Muslim, possibly paraplegic. Make them all the ultimate minorities until they're so wrecked that no one's going to want it. It's, like the idea of electing Bernie Sanders. I think Bernie Sanders would be great as a president, because he would destroy the country in such a way where everyone would say, oh shit, this socialism thing's a bad idea. Now I see why it failed everywhere. Well, let's just, restoration, please. So, sometimes I think you just gotta completely, ruin it. You gotta destroy it before you can rebuild it. And maybe that's what we need with Captain America. Let's make him a gay Muslim. So, that was my video on that.